I think Deeb down the line will ultimately dethrone her. I think she would make a great champion, whether it be, you know, the AEW one or the TBS one. But we saw Deeb, and this is one that you really want to talk about. You know, she sat down with JR and she asked him a question. Do you think there's any woman on her level on the roster? And I'll ask you the same thing, Bonds. Do you?
Not in the ring. Frankly, I don't. I think that Serena Deeb is just a step above everybody else, man. She can go at a level that she's a technician. You know what I mean? There's not very many of that in the women's division yet. You know, a lot of them are young talents, and Deeb is of experience. She's got more experience than everybody else, and that's what's so fun about her stuff is that her matches look so brutal. It's almost like watching a Dax Harwood or Bryan Danielson match. You know,
That's a good.
She wrestles like those talents. And she called Shida a fluke during this segment, which, you know, obviously Shida's, you know, had a great career in AEW, so that's not the case, but you know, it's going to be fun to see them go head to head and rip each other's heads off because they do not like each other. And I'm really excited about this. Is the best feud in the women's division right now that's currently going on. And I'm just stoked to see that rematch. I want to see both of them in a meaningful match as well. So, like you said, the TNT or the TBS title is in the future for maybe both of them. And I think that could happen sooner or later after this feud. But I just can't wait for this rematch, man. What do you think about this rematch coming up? Because I think it's going to be a lot of fun and a great technical battle.
There's the talent roster is so deep. This is one of the few feuds that I would be happy to see 20 matches out of. You know, because it's so good. Yeah, like we saw Danielson and Hangman the main event tonight. Like those guys were great. Like Kenny Omega and Danielson. Like, give me 10 matches of that. I'd be happy with that. And I'm sure most of the fan base would who enjoy wrestling. And, you know, this is in one of those, we say it time and time again, this is one of the iron sharp and iron feud because both these women can go in the ring. And these are both women that the styles I love so much of the aggressive offense, the, you know, the passion on their in the ring, the passion on their face, the emotion on their face and what they do in the ring. No over the top acting. That's not to say anything about over the top women's acting, or you know, it happens in both divisions in general. So these ones are there to fight, and so I love their in-ring chemistry, their in-ring work that they do together. So I am all for a fourth match. Give us a fifth, give us a sixth, keep it going. You know, what would be the end game in this? You know, it's hard to say. You know, it's been very interesting. It's been a lot of fun to see that. More of Deeb, see her. You know, this sit-down interview is pretty good as well. So I'm all for it, man. I can't wait for it.
Oh, me neither, man. Because they're, like you said, they're kind of two sides of the same coin right now. You know, Shida and Deeb, they're kind of doing similar things on opposite sides of the morality, which is interesting and a lot of fun. And I can't wait either, man. But it's going to be awesome. And this segment was great. I like the JR backstage interviews a lot.
Yeah, he does a great job with those.